Alright, good morning everyone. We're gonna do some more Ghost Fleet Offensive. More of those beautiful screenshots. Um, Hopefully we'll have Rival Zone Gaming joining some more. We got a little out of sync on the times, so I don't know if he'll see the message that I have started now, or if he's still streaming. But hopefully he joins us. I'm gonna send him another message real quick. Uh, and I also just messaged Ricardo Gaming. We'll see if he joins. So I think we'll do just more shenanigans while we wait against the AI, because that's always fun. And we're gonna just keep tweaking these fleets. I have no idea what I used. Oh, that's right, I was using this for doing one Orion against one Adamant. That's right. Okay, so so I know an Orion will pretty handily. Oh, you know what I do want to do is, um, this was brought to my attention the other day. I don't think I showed off just how much damage the cluster nukes do, or really their cost. So the cluster nukes are a full 300 points, um, which situates them, pretty expensive, but they do 40 damage per submunition. So this is a per submunition damage and not a total. And they can target up to 6 things. They have 6 submunitions, I think. So you're looking at 240 damage out of this, which is pretty scary high damage. We'll test that here. Let's grab. We're gonna grab our Phobos, and we'll grab a Cerberus to tie up enemy Vipers. And we'll save that, and then we'll give the AI a Jupiter Mark II. And I'm not going to worry about its squadrons because it's just going to serve as a walking target. Here we're going to demonstrate just how much damage gets done. We're going to do a practice. Whoops. No, save. There we go. Now practice. Those are 2 4K fleets. Here we go. Continue, and they get this one. This is still an amazing screenshot. I know they did add a bunch more to the loading screens, which I think is awesome. Could really use, really was able to enjoy that variety. But I do like the original classic screenshot they came up with as well. I'm not going to worry about doing all these subsystems. I'm just going to, well, I guess SERP's not super hard to do. We'll just go ahead and do them all.
Calculating.
You that, and that, and we'll grab Tech Bay. Tech Bay being our jump and radius range. And of course, since we only have one munition, we don't need a super large fire control. Doop. Them raiders. Okay. Set you to defend. Can we defend? Yeah, a raider that's nearby. And raiders will go and attack. And
confirmed.
As soon as I've got their raiders tied up, I will jump the phobos below and we will nuke
Hostile
him.
unit identified.
What are we? We're pulling up the endurance. Oh, poor thing. Okay. So, tactical jump. Right on down there. And nuke. Alright, so before we do this, we have 100 armor on bottom and 180 hull. Now, of course, I will knock out the engineering, but it'll start with the engineering, so we're going to end up with kind of a mixed exact number of damage that we do. I'm going to pause this, we can count. There are indeed 6 submunitions here, so 6 by 40, 240 damage we should get. Oh. Hey look, that glitch. So we knocked out the bottom armor completely, that's 120. I wonder if this is in defensive stance that took so little damage, because that was only 140 total, which is like a full third. It must have been in defensive. Now I'm gonna look up real quick what the damage absorption is on a Jupiter 2. I know they do have the best damage absorption in their engineering in the game. Let's see, 25% base, 30% at full defense. Yeah, he must have been at full defense. That's shiny. One of the things I do find interesting here is he took 13 points of engineering damage, which is a bit of a weird total. But that does mean, he only took, what, like one nuke, one submunition, actually to the hull, which means the submunitions that even hit the armor still did the, we'll hack that first. Sorry, it's too early, I can't think. The submunitions that hit the armor still did subsystem damage. Oh, and it's an interesting glitch though that those other last two there.
Phobos hull compromised.
Did I? Do you want to hack, boy, buddy, old pal? Knock out his fire control now. That'd be great. Instead of not hacking him. I don't know why you didn't actually hack him. Oh, I'll bet I brought the subsystems up.
Phobos hull compromised.
Get it. Oh. Did you stop? Yeah, you're out of tech bay because he shot it out. Jupiter 2, obviously, still very angry bucket of guns. Oh, you know what I just realized is I sent these. Never actually turned on the jam on this, but that's fine. We'll just like so.
Confirmed. Phobos unit offline.
Yeah, all those bottom artillery give no cares about the
Distribution complete.
engineering going out on this Jupiter. Oh no, that's my guys going right into that flag field super predictably. This is why you... Okay. Always attack from directly above or below. Oh my lord. My laziness. This should have been an easy gimme victory. I mean, I'll probably still win, but it's not going to happen nearly as quick as I would have liked. What are we at? Like, less than half strength on all of those squadrons. And of course, I didn't hardly get the hacking done. Might as well set that. All right.
Confirmed.
Gonna go ahead and charge in there and end this one way or the other. Fortunately, we are shooting into his engineering, so it's gonna take some pretty heavy damage here, at least. Remember, children, spin to win with your base stars. Cerberus, not the greatest at spinning, but it still helps. Gonna keep an eye on the children here who are gonna want to go into that flag. We're hitting the front at the moment. Hopefully that'll change up to the rear armor, or bottom armor rather. We're just gonna keep on dropping.
Cerberus hull compromised.
Goodbye, navigation. That's fine. You lasted long enough, though. Go ahead and unlock that, because I don't actually super need navigation at this point anyway, as long as I have at least a little bit.
Confirmed.
And this is gonna die here.
Cerberus hull compromised.
Ooh, it's gonna die, but are we gonna die? That was close. That was entertaining. Well then. So yeah, cluster nukes, lots of damage there. Definitely. So let's talk about that 240 damage and why you might still bring it, even though it's 300 points. Just bring this back up. And let's compare it to the torpedoes. Now, the torpedoes did actually get a price increase. You'll notice it's 60 instead of 40 now. You know, it's a super big deal if you're bringing, you know, just a few. But if you're bringing lots of torpedoes, that that of course will hit you in the wallet. Um, you're getting about 300 damage, but of course that's going to be scattered across, several turns. And an individual volley has a base size of 30, 42. Um, so, the cluster nuke will volley out the damage way faster. I've gotten a response. Oh, I have once again forgotten to join the BSG Discord like I do.
How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. I was just talking about the cluster nuke and the specific numbers associated with it. Oh, one other thing I do
Oh,
want to mention
what's that?
to any of the viewers. They did touch up the explosion, the AoE ranges on the different munitions.
Of course they
So
did.
those are actually useful now. Cluster nuke does not have an AoE, but we can see if we look at the nuke, it has an explosion range of 1,500 meters, which, if you want in-game scale, I want to say the Jupiter is like 2,700 meters or something. Um, I guess I could just switch to the fleet that has a Jupiter. Whoops, except that it's not that fleet. I want to say these are like, well, they can't be. I don't know. Could I test the Medusa pew pews against a capital ship?
Pew pew. I love that.
Yes, I will test a Medusa Mad Shell. I don't know if Mad Shell is in the stream chat. Orion shouldn't have trouble keeping up with the Cylons. Create a nice buffer zone between you and their fleet as well. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I will run a Medusa and we will use the pew pew. In fact, we'll even run two of them and have them buff each other.
Oh yeah, let's just make Rivals Day just extra special. Yeah.
Well, so I'm not gonna say that the Medusa is perfectly balanced. Honestly, it is one of the things that I'm worried about coming into the live. Because it's such a hardship to make sure it's balanced. I'm not sure that. Okay, I definitely don't think bringing two of them is going to be overpowered. The only worry about the balance issues of the Medusa is being able to raise that overclock potential of the Cylons by 4 points, which you only need one for, is just an incredibly powerful ability. Did you want to do a 4,000 point or 8,000 point match?
More stuff allows people to see me die slower over time.
Okay. Does that
Let's
mean you
face
want
it,
more?
that's what people want.
Okay.
They want to see me die slowly.
So we're gonna go for an 8,000 point match. We're gonna go full silly here. Can I have?
They want to see you just annihilate me.
Oh, this is full silly. We've gone full silly here, guys. We're this is gonna be great, guys.
This is gonna be great. We're gonna love it. Yeah.
People on my stream can see the utter shenanigans that may or really may not win here. This is gonna be beautiful, and I'm ready for it. My body is ready.
You're really ready, are you?
yet, so we're just gonna.
All right, give me time. I'm just putting stuff together right now.
Oh no, I'm 40 points short. Oh no. All right, that's fine.
Yes, you're 40 points.
It just means I bring some prototypes. It's not a problem. It makes me a little bit sad, but it's not actually a problem.
Is it not? Are you sure?
I mean, it's not gonna really change how silly this fleet is. Uh, we're gonna go on the Dark Nebula map. I haven't done Dark
Okay.
Nebula in a minute, so I'm gonna throw that up. And the lobby is up whenever you're ready. While you are ready,
I will be there shortly. I'm just literally throwing together an absolutely wacky fleet myself.
and I am going to drop for people's convenience if they would like to watch on your end of things at the same time. I've dropped links to your Twitch and YouTube.
I do appreciate that.
By the way, Discord still thinks you're playing Kerbals.
Really?
Really?
Oh, is that the thing saying killing Kerbals? Or blowing Kerbals?
I think it just... I don't know. It says launching Kerbals.
Launching Kerbals, yeah, that's just a default thing because I'm loving my
my
Kerbal Space program at the moment.
That's fair.
It's a default thing, yeah. It's not actually saying I'm playing that.
Oh, okay.
It always says that.
Gotcha. I don't know these things.
No. It's just one of those things that it always says that.
Ghost in the Camera has apparently been playing around with Minotaurs, and they are. He says they're awesome. Yes, Minotaurs are awesome. They are super angry buckets of guns for really a solid price.
Oh no, I can't do that. Oh,
I very much have to agree with Waggle's assessment of bringing one or two in really enhances the combat power of your fleet. Like, you don't need a lot of them, because then you're missing out on squadrons, munitions, anti-missile defense. Like, all they bring is guns.
What?
But I mean, the fleet I won the tournament with, the last round had 2 Minotaurs in it.
Oh, Minotaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They bring all the guns.
Colonial gun cruiser, though I think it's called a gunship in the game, because when your primary ship classes use made up class names anyway, make up the class names for all your ships. It's fine. It's not really a big deal at that point.
Okay, I think this is going to be some fun, but I also think it's going to be really easy to kill. It's kind of glass cannon-y.
That's fine. For those who are watching from Rivals' perspective and are good at math and know the point values of this game, I am bringing 4 ships and 2 of them are Medusas. So
I'm screwed.
Glass cannony. Do you want to give me a hint? Are you playing Cylons or Colonials? I want to see if I can guess.
Colonials.
Colonials. So
yeah.
that
I think
sounds
we know just how
like
well I play Cylons from
Minerva.
Hmm?
The most glass cannony you can get at 8,000 points with Colonials is 4 Minerva.
Really? Okay, I've not gone that glass cannony though.
Okay.
But it is a super offensive, very little in the way of defense.
Berserks are also pretty glass cannony. I guess Orions are somewhat glass cannony. So Orions of course have like
launching raiders.
You have 3 ships.
Launching raiders.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. First things first.
One thing I did notice from
last time that I didn't mention. Medusas can't buff each other.
Oh no! We're upset. We're so upset.
Coordinated power transmission.
One thing I did notice the last time
Uh-huh.
that I didn't mention and I really wanted to was the Orion.
Yes.
Yeah, when you jump in, it jumps in stealthed, which is why I was able to get myself so close to you last time.
Yes. The Orion starts out stealthed, which is
Yeah, I've
honestly
got it
pretty
written on
cool.
my notes here to say that because people might not
Systems
realize that
being
and think
updated.
it's only got one Viper squadron and one missile launcher, but it's got this stealth thing. But if you use it correctly, you can actually do a lot of damage very early on. You might lose it, but you can do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Uh, it comes in stealthed.
Systems have been
So
updated.
anybody who's watching, don't think
By
that
your
like, oh,
command.
they're gonna know I have a stealth ship right away. Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
Especially with the hidden squadron launches, they won't see what you have right out of the gate. So
Yeah. Because the first turn the squadron launches aren't actually on the map. It's not until the second turn that they actually start appearing, but they appear like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not like just, oh, they're all here.
um,
Confirmed.
I just realized so Mad Shell asked me to test the pew pew of Medusas against capital ships, so I'm gonna have to very carefully use focus fires so that he can see just how much pew pew
Pew pew.
Medusa is doing. Uh, Mad Shell, do you want me to use the guided missiles or the munitions rather on the Medusas? Like, are we counting that as part of the pew pew, or are we only looking at the 12 PDCs? I will say that in general, one Medusa will have less gun presence than.
Calculating. Confirmed.
I can't talk. I can't think. It's too early in the morning. um, one Medusa will
Sorry.
have less gun presence than two Cerastes, because a Cerastes has 6 PDCs on each broadside,
Yup.
um, and has a bonus to accuracy, whereas the Medusa does not. I'll show that once the turn goes around again, and I can show the subsystems off. Um, in fact, I want to say did the Medusa even? The Medusa might have even had penalties. I know the Medusa does not have a super large salvo size. I don't remember if it has a flat penalty or if it just has um, a base salvo size. A lot of the Cylon ships have bonus salvo size. We don't talk about Cylon bonuses over base values a lot, besides like Drata's range, but Revenant and Cerastes have bonus accuracy, which really helps them out for shooting at angry things.
Shooting angry things.
Like a swarm of vipers.
Mm.
The bonus
That's why I like
accuracy.
putting my like side guns on my battle stars and things like that. The PDCs on there, just putting them onto target squadrons. They'll target anything that they've got if they haven't got squadrons in front of them.
Yeah. The default target preference of PDCs is for squadron, so they will target the closest squadron if you haven't set a
Yeah.
focus fire, even if there are capital ships in range.
Yes.
But definitely, if the only thing you have to shoot at are squadrons, you should definitely set a focus fire on a squadron if they're, all decently in range.
Yep.
Just because the focus fire does provide a nice bonus to accuracy that there's
Yep.
really no sense in throwing it away.
But there is one. I think it's one of my first videos in my series for this playthrough. Um, I get into a fight and I actually lose all my small craft, like all my Vipers, all my Assault Raptors, and there's still like 4 or 5 squadrons of Raiders left,
Mm-hmm.
and they all get annihilated by my PDC
PDCs.
guns. And I thought this is it because I've got nothing to take down these Raiders with, and we ended up not losing another ship and still winning the fight.
Yep. Was that
Like,
against the
these
AI
are pretty
or
darn. Pardon?
was that against the
It was
AI?
against the AI, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of like a wake up call, just the step up of difficulty.
With Fleet Admiral?
They've made such improvements to things. No, I'm still playing just Commander. I'm going to do Fleet Admiral when I do my full all the way through campaign.
Oh yeah.
But they've just made so many tweaks.
Yeah, so
to the AI and made it make smarter decisions and things like that you end up kind of overestimating your own skill level if you're not careful.
Yeah, so they didn't actually make that he recalls. Paul does not recall making any improvements to the AI other than maybe some bug fixes. So I don't know if they did make some improvements and he just is conveniently forgetting.
Being coy.
Or inconveniently forgetting. Or if there really aren't any. That's one of those, it's hard to say. But it definitely feels like, at the very least, there are some bug fixes or something going, because it feels a little more. Okay. So, if I look at the fire control here, maxed out at 1/3 or at 30 power, we get 130% turret accuracy. It does definitely have a penalty to munition salvo size because maxed out, we are only at 102% salvo size. So that's overclocking by 20 points on the fire control, and we're still barely hitting that over that 100%. If I
just one thing,
this...
9 Osedel 1980. Where does ZDog stream from?
I stream from Twitch, twitch.tv/Sergeant ZDog, SGTZDOG.
There you go. So there you go. I'm going to say Dell.
Oh, like what computer hardware?
No, it was like where does you stream on YouTube or Twitch,
yes,
things like that.
And so
you've answered the question because there was someone on my channel asking, where they could find you.
So looking at the Medusa's fire control, it has a base values of a 10% penalty to range and a 25% penalty to salvo size.
Yeah.
Distribution complete.
So definitely going to be feeling that in the it's beautiful. You're definitely going to be feeling that in trying to use its guns against anything besides squadrons. Penalty to range is reasonably painful.
Hostile unit identified.
Especially on... Oh, hey, hello there. Well, that will be a convenient thing to have the... Oh, you've got one on each side. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Systems have been updated.
Oh, right. Yeah, what the heck? We'll let these two can... That just feels silly.
What's that?
Calculating.
Do you have Dratus locks on me already?
Not telling you.
Well, then I'm not telling you what I think is silly.
Calculating.
Well, I already know you got 2 Medusas.
Yes.
Calculating.
And the extremely astute might notice some other, or might have already figured out what my other 2 ships are. Mark Nine Hawk says, could be the Ghost Fleet campaign is overall more difficult than prior campaigns.
It's got an interesting mechanic in it that if you are starting, like, you can bring in your previous saves and things. If you decide to start it from the very beginning, the mechanic will extend the campaign quite a lot because you have to put in so much resources into this particular mechanic. I don't want to give away anything. It's on my playthrough, but I don't want to give it away if you've not done it. But it's a very interesting way of ending certain battles, and it puts a whole new spin on what you commit to certain engagements and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to affect later in the game, but I think it's going to be very, very interesting. But I definitely don't want to give it away because it does change how you think about so many things within the game.
I would say in general the difficulty is probably about on par with Resurrection.
Kratos.
Yes. Oh, you revealed your Orions but didn't launch nukes this turn? Did you run out of battery life there?
Something like that.
Alright. Wow, I didn't actually kill that first squadron. Disappoint. Doop doop. Oh. Alright, we're gonna... If anybody's wondering what the hotkey is for assigning no control group, that's control 0. And there we go, like so. Doop, doop. And oh, you know what? We might as well actually. Goodbye. Are these ARPs? They're probably ARPs. That one's an ARP. That one's an ARP. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Just smackaroo. Yeah. So Ghost Fleet Offensive difficulty probably overall about where Resurrection's at. Yeah, because you only have to do like a few fleets at a time, and there's no like compulsion to take them on to protect your resources or anything. What are you targeting? Okay, you're targeting that, and you're targeting that, and oh jeez. Oh, you're also targeting that. You're both targeting that? Alright, well, that's fine. That'll work. Okay.
Confirmed.
No.
We have annihilated. Oh, geez, you have another nuke? 2 more nukes. Oh, so many nukes. Oh, this is gonna be
What?
painful.
I haven't done anything yet.
Whenever I see those nukes. All right.
More chocolate.
Chocolate is delicious. Always more chocolate. Okay, is that what we want to do? That's probably not what we want to do, but it's what
Hostile
we're
unit
going to do.
identified.
Oh, and a defender. A defender, 2 Jupiters, and an Orion. Key Ranch. So the Medusa's getting, each one's getting about half a squadron per turn, which is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Calculating.
But we're gonna see how badly they can shoot up your Orion now. Of course, you're probably just gonna cloak it now. Nope. No, no cloak.
Projectiles
Nope.
bearing constant. Kratos hull compromised.
So yeah, 24 PDCs, definitely gonna leave a mark. And then of course you do have those munitions, if those are a thing relevant to... Oh no! By fire control. This is the problem with putting a Kratos below the target. Very quickly does nothing anymore. Oh, that's actually because the squadron's on the rear. Plus I think a nuke hit the rear.
Yep.
Repair sequence initiated.
Please hold while your repair
Systems
party
have
is
been
reached.
updated.
Alright.
I mean, you're still getting quite a lot of boost out of the Medusas because you're doubling up on both the Kratos.
Yeah, it does give those Kratos a lot more
Confirmed.
processing power to play around with, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Though I do actually have even more than I'm using because I realized I could have depowered the hangars. This last turn.
Kratos hull compromised.
I'm not sure. You're probably going to beat me here just because of all those nukes. And I just did not have any defense. Unless I can... Oh, I knocked out the fire control. Oh, I have this Kratos sitting on 4 hit points.
Yep.
I mean, if you don't bring your Vipers up to come finish that Kratos off, you are a fool of a man. Also, for some reason, didn't get... Oh, well, I guess because you were shooting in it.
I don't think I'm going to win this one. But it was a lot closer than the last one.
Yeah, bringing double Kratos is a bold move, Cotton.
Hall compromised.
I am. Oh, yep, there goes the. Not having the flag to protect that defender might be what costs you this game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was. Uh, and this Kratos being able to get its fire control back online here.
No, this is it. A lot closer than I was expecting, though.
Yeah. Jeez. And I don't think it's been a while since I brought guided munitions out on a Kratos. They dump regular guided missiles out so quick. I think that was like 2.5 turns of guided missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they fire so many guided missiles. So many guided missiles.
Yeah, I got your Kratos right at the end.
You did. You did.
Suckage. A lot closer, though.
Yeah. Those belt-fed magazines. The greatest.
Um,
Going in for the clutch win.
When you detected the defenders to begin with,
The Orions.
the Ryans, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still outside Draenus range, even though I had max
Yes.
defense on.
So I threw full power to the Dratus range on one of the Kratos. And it had 8,500 meters of Dratus range.
Ah.
Yeah. Cylons super outpaced Colonials on Dratus range still.
Oh, well.
But and the Manticore for pure Dratus range is still the better scout than the Orion. But, you know, if you're debating, do I want to scout with an Orion or an Adamant? The Orion does the better job because they have the same Dratus range and the Orion has stealth.
Absolutely. It just brings so much more to the table.
Yeah, and with the 6 light guns, that was a beautiful load screen. I just got the load screen. That's the Kratos. Perfect one for the end of that match. Loading new Kratos. Oh, the scouting with the Orion. The 6 light guns lets the Orion have a little more punch if it does get cornered by an enemy ship. So definitely for scouting purposes, the Orion is better. That was a nasty amount of nukes, though.
I lost. Okay, I definitely lost that.
Oh, so and you made the mistake there that I have seen so many players make.
Okay.
Jupiters will beat the crap out of a Kratos. Kratos will beat the crap out of a Jupiter. The way a Jupiter has to beat a Kratos is to run away. Because what that does is it lets you keep it at the long gun range, which is not a super ideal exchange. But if you keep it at that long gun range, it lets you keep your flak wall interposed so the Kratos can't use its munitions, which is where it gets so much of its firepower. Which is why people like bringing torpedoes on them, because torpedoes volley for much higher damage than guided missiles.
Oh, absolutely.
Armor piercing, obviously, about the same. But, yeah, guided torpedoes fit on the Kratos so well. You get much higher volley damage, and you get a much deeper magazine than you do with guided missiles. Anyway, so that was that. That was entertaining, extremely. um, any,
Unfortunately, that's where I'm gonna have to call it.
you're gonna have to call it. All right. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
stopping by. I do appreciate
Oh,
it. That was fun.
like I said in Discord earlier on, we definitely need to do this again because I have a lot of fun. I learned so much as well.
Yes.
And one day, in about 30, 40 years, I will beat you.
I'm sure it'll happen. Yeah, you should definitely feel free to stop by. I'd be happy to have you along. I stream every Saturday, usually 9 to 12 or 1-ish my time. Just today, doing it a little bit
Is
earlier
that
because I've got stuff to go
Central,
to.
Eastern,
U.S. Central.
US
So,
Central? That's where the
obviously it
state
changes
was.
based on daylight savings. Right now, that is -6 GMT.
Right.
So
That's where the
my
mistake
stream
was.
ends
I
up
apologize for
being
that.
3 p.m. till 6 or 7
Yeah.
p.m. GMT.
No, that's fine. I can figure something around that. Thank you very much, Z-Dog. I
All right.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me or coming by.
See you
Thank
later,
you for
people.
hosting me on your stream. Appreciate it. Have a good
No
day.
problems. You too.
So Mark 9 Hawk asks, how does the Defender work out in a balanced colonial fleet, like with battle stars and other light elements mixed in? Be interesting to see how it could function, kind of like how I showcased the Orion last week. Okay, so let's do that. And Mark 9 Hawk, are you thinking in terms of like a PvE or PvP fleet? Um, Obviously, I can't. I shouldn't say obviously. I cannot showcase how this would work in a PvE because, of course, the defender he says PvP. Hello, Pinochle, Pinwalk. Um. Okay, so for PvP, yeah. So I would say in a balanced fleet, let's. I in a balanced fleet where you've got a good mix of elements, I'd probably have you're gonna have a mix of carriers and not carriers, and because the defender is slower than the Artemis, I'd probably let it just sit back and defend your Atlas, kind of like so. Um, with the rebalance to Atlas prices going up 50 points, I don't necessarily want to just spam them, and spamming them would make this no longer a balanced fleet, it'd be a carrier fleet anyway, which I think I did actually demonstrate last week. So sticking with the balance theme, let's go with some Artemis in here. Let's put that there. This is I'm gonna need to get some guns or missiles in here. This is gonna end up being pretty carrier focused. So Viper 2s. Okay, so that puts us at 6710. Um, So we've got enough. You know what? I wonder, can we do like, I don't know if this will work. We're gonna test this. Dupe and where is it? There it is. No, we're 140 points short. So I was thinking maybe I might swap these two Artemis for a pair of Minerva. Doing two Minerva and an Orion as your front line would be interesting. If that 140. If I dropped this to a Viper 1 and these to Raptors, we could do it. Let me think here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Vipers in total, though one of them's a Viper 1, and of course we've got a lot of pretty bleh evasion. Let's try that though. Let's try that. Okay, so we're gonna drop the 2 Artemis, add in 2 Minerva. Minervas, of course, need to get back up to the Viper 2s. Oh, I have drastically miscalculated by 300 points. Yeah, never mind. We're not doing that. Minervas, of course, being 300 points each, more than an Artemis, not 300 points total for the 2 of them. So let's throw the Artemis back in. Can they be that close to each other? They can't be that close to each other. Okay. And then, so I don't, these can go back to ARPs. What do we grab instead of an Orion? I need something a little punchier. We've got here? Yeah? Yeah, I think so. I think that's where we're at. Alright, so Heracles obviously does a lot to give us a whole bunch of extra guns. And provides a lot of that missing shoot downward firepower. Yeah, I think I like this fleet. The positioning may not be ideal. I'd have to see. So if you did a fleet something like this, and I will throw this against the AI. Don't expect the AI to perform. Tempest? I don't even remember which map this is. That would be bad for the Caprica. This is probably a nice one. Yeah, let's do Caprica. Nice, beautiful, beautiful planet. So, granted, I haven't been in space before, but this has to be fairly low orbit, right? I have no idea. Anyway. Okay, so I'm bringing this fleet, which actually still has 40 points left over. So you could grab, something out, swap these guided missiles out for like debris mines, I think, are 40, maybe. I don't know. And I'm going to give the Cylons this fleet. Those that don't quite recognize this is the current evolution of Waggle's tournament fleet. Waggle's tournament fleet can't be recreated exactly as it was in the tournament when he brought it because Argos have gone up in price since then. But dropping an Argos for Cerberus lets this still be, pretty scary. Actually, it shifts it a little bit away from the munitions focus and towards the carrier focus. Madshell says in Discord general chat, thanks for the PPUs. 24 PDCs ate this Orion pretty quick. Yes. PDCs don't super care that Orion is only size 2. That's quite a bit bigger than the squadrons that PDCs were designed to target. And of course, his Orion wasn't cloaked, and Orions are relatively squishy while they're visible. So, God, the sheer amount of flag presence I have, that is a lot. Okay. I'm below him already. Aren't these revenants supposed to start? I wonder if it has a skirmish map. I thought I had these revenants starting at the bottom of the plane, but maybe I don't. Anyway, we're going to launch squadrons. So, no need to boost tech bays, armory, not super needed. So probably going to be fire control, and at that point, of course, I want to go fire control on this, but I think we're going to actually start at navigation. The Revenants, or I'm sorry, the Revenants, the Artemis are faster than a Heracles, so boosting the Heracles' navigation will let it keep pace a little better.
Got it.
You guys, and I'm going to throw out a reinforcement raptor, but not actually going to be using it as reinforcement. We're just actually going to be using it to throw up that scouting raptor. And we didn't get the boost this turn, which is annoying, but such is life. Okay, you guys are gonna do that and go target that, and you guys are gonna go target that, and you just go get me some IDs, and we'll throw another one out. Don't want to throw my flak wall up, even though he's quite possibly the AI will volley some munitions at me this turn. Nope. It did indeed decide to wait.
IFFs have come back hostile.
That's not actually hitting anyone yet. There we go. Okay. So there's the extra movement to let it keep up with the Artemis. Which means the Artemis are probably the slower ships now. Yes, the Artemis are slower now. So we're going to use our Artemis to do the movement. Throw full offensive posture here. You guys were already targeting that. Your flak is set. And I'm actually not super gonna worry about sending my squadrons after that. Mostly just wanted to get that Dreadis lock. Was that? Not sure what got the Dreadis lock. I'm gonna position my fighters down because I want to knock out. And actually, you know what? We're gonna eke a little more speed out of you guys. That might even let you outrun the defender. Yes. Okay. So the defender, you will go ahead and start flacking.
So say we all.
And I'm going to tighten up your positioning there.
Missiles incoming. Hostile unit identified.
Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch from powering navigation over to the fire control. Just get that little bit of extra firepower there. And you're going to cancel flag. You two. His two Argos are far enough away that I can probably get away with not flacking at all this turn. I'm going to shoot guided missiles there.
Yes, Commander. So say we all.
I have made a slight clerical error. Okay. You guys are gonna move down. You guys, yeah. And then you guys. Here. Oh, geez. You lose, like, all. Okay. Like so. Target such. Um, obviously the AI is not going to be able to do a very good job here, but this should at least give you kind of a general idea of how you'd want to do this. And it actually looks like he's firing at the poor Heracles again.
So say we all.
So yeah, this is probably about what I'd have
Squadron
a balanced fleet that's using a defender look like.
Battlestar is taking damage.
Battlestar is taking damage. That sucker took a pounding. He's having his missiles target that Heracles, but those guns are targeting this Artemis. Woo-wee! Alright. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw this in full defensive and pull a hard turn. You're gonna come over with him.
I'm on it, Commander.
You're gonna come over, but you're gonna stay as far to the right as possible. And actually, we're gonna change target to shooting at this one. Because this is the one that's gonna stay on the left armor of this Artemis longer. So I want to try and kill that down. Okay, Vipers. Starting to engage these. These guys are being distracted by my RFR, which is great. You guys, that, and that, and that.
Missile tubes prepped. Artemis is taking damage.
Ooh, I don't know that we're saving this. We might save it. Come on, turn, baby, turn. Turn, baby, turn. Oh, I think we saved it. I think we saved it, boys and squirrels. I think we saved it.
I'm on it, Commander.
And you're gonna continue coming around yourself. No munitions coming at you, so you'll switch off.
So say we all.
Okay. So his fire control's badly beat up.
Friendly squadron
And
is dark.
dead. Look at that. That was beautiful. Obviously, you'd never get a save like that against Waggle or most other human opponents, but I'll take it here. I'm gonna have the Heracles flak as well. As long as it's here, it might as well help. Okay, you guys, do the same thing for me. Harp's earning their pay. I'm gonna just leave this in full defense. Just because he's getting shot at. And what the heck, you... I don't really have enough guided missiles to make a huge impact here anyway, so I'm not gonna super worry about that.
I'm on it, Commander.
Actually, we're not even gonna do that. We're just gonna have him flak too. Don't fire your missiles. I want to make sure that this flak field is low enough to actually help. Are you? You guys are actually in range. Okay, fine. Fire at will. Poor Will. There we go. Jeez. Threading that needle. Look at that. Rude. Okay. Art. You fired. You did not. Okay, whatever. Both of you, just go ahead and head back. I'm not really paying attention to my fighter battles here like I should be, but, you know, whatever.
Yes, sir.
boost. Back to neutral posture, and you guys continue racing along.
Battlestar is taking damage.
Does it? Nope. Bye. Okay. So at this point, what we're gonna do, cancel flak, cancel flak. I have 2 ships with flak. We're gonna set ourselves up for some self flak, which lets us safely advance on the Argos.
So say we all. Hostile unit identified.
And now you flak right, and you don't even need to worry about flacking the Artemis because he's got all the munitions targeting you.
So say we all.
Too far. Perfect. And both of you guys there, and we'll throw full defense. And you guys continue racing along.
Missiles incoming.
There we go. So we took a few hits before the self-flak got in place there, but not too bad. No munitions this turn, so I can turn the flak off, so I don't do any more damage to myself than I have to. And now that these are nicely lockstepped with each other, I'm going to want to move them using the lower speed, less maneuverable ship.
I'm on it,
We're
Commander.
going to move down because I want to make sure that the Battlestar Artillery can engage with its guns. You guys are getting close to being able to engage with that Argos. And once they're actually in range, I'll probably do a little more spread so that the heavy guns can see around the defender a little better. Oh, I forgot to switch these guys back to full defense. Okay, so he's got munitions this turn. I don't know which one they're targeting, so I'm going to have each one flak the other. Beautiful little self-flacking. I'm going to clean up the positioning a little bit here.
So say we all.
Just because as
Yes,
we've
sir.
done that turn, we want our relative positions to also look at relative orientation. And the multi-move doesn't do that entirely on its own. And actually, are you guys not quite, but I'll go ahead and throw him in full offense now, just in case he does enter our range.
So say we all.
And we're going to open
Got it.
these two a little bit to be able to see over this defender. And the defender is gonna
Yes, Commander.
close up. And you guys are gonna go there. properly speaking, I should have like this squadron come back and repair in the defender. We'll go ahead and do that. Since we have it, we might as well use it. It obviously doesn't really matter at this point. Where are these munitions going? So this is, I don't know if people, this isn't perfectly visible, but this is a bit of the problem with having the Heracles and Artemis self-flak with each other. The Heracles' flak bubble is right up against that hull almost. Doesn't project out as far, whereas the Artemis projects it out. So the positioning to self-flak with these two is a little more finicky. Just something to be aware of. Defender getting to get some work in with its flak bubble, which is nice. Glad it gets to strut its stuff.
I'm on it, Commander.
And this is definitely in range now. Yeah, we even got a few hits in, and the Atlas are handily able to shoot over. I do want to highlight, because obviously it's not super visible since the Argos is shooting at the Defender anyway, but notice you don't, like the Defender provides you a big enough flak bubble to cover these two Artemis, or, you know, if you had two smaller ships, but notice you don't have a lot of wiggle room, so you're gonna have to use your Defender, you know, vertical dive incline to keep that flak interposed for where the munitions are actually coming from. Or you could do, you know, kind of like what I'm doing over here, you know, self flak. But do notice, like, this Atlas is considerably bigger than this flak bubble, so that's only going to work with the smaller ships. In terms of Defender's speed, on Blueprint screen, both Artemis and Defender have a speed of 120, so they should be as fast as each other. The 120 Defender stat coming from Ricardo's gaming YouTube channel. Turn rate Artemis 60 degrees, Defender is 32. Oh, I wonder if they've changed it since the last time I looked. They might have. I thought the Defender was a little bit slower. If it's the same speed, that's pretty nice. And definitely does still make it a workable budget replacement. I'd probably still like to see it a little bit faster, but that's good to know. And he is, Mark Nighthawk is referencing Ricardo Gaming's YouTube. He apparently looked at that in his stream. Oop, no. Oh, I did done goof. So I accidentally hit cancel on the thing. And now I can't. Since it's out of range, I can't send it back out that way. I guess we will just provide technical support to the Atlas. It's not like I super needed the fire control boost. What I meant to do was cancel flak. Because you have no munitions to shoot at me anyway, and I'm throwing this in full defense so that we can repair that squadron faster. Obviously, it doesn't super matter, and you know, if we wanted to get super technical about this, it would be better to not do that, but you know, whatever. You know, just use the guns and use the squadron as is.
So say we all.
Anyway, it's fine. PDC's engaging on both sides, I love it. We're gonna have to do the replay. I have a feeling like this is gonna be an amazing shot here. How's he doing? He's got munitions back. So we're gonna engage our flak walls up again. Look at that, I love that. That's so much repair rate. Flak right. Flak left. That is gonna die. And you're not looking super good yourself over there. Again, we wanna
Yes, Commander.
gotta keep an eye on that formation, just as we're changing orientations there. Oh, you know what I just realized? Like, these ARPs have been back
Yes, sir.
for like forever. Oh, no, don't launch that yet. I have no idea if that's gonna launch it or not. Hopefully it doesn't. Any thoughts on Defender Adamant, Defender Minotaur, Defender Berserk stacks? I think I worked a 2 Artemis, 1 Minerva, 2 Adamant, 1 Defender in my head the other day. So points-wise, the Defender is the same as the Adamant. So if you're just trying to like pencil things out before the DLC drops in 4 days, put an Adamant in its place and just don't ignore the munition slot. I think where I would use a defender in with a stack of lighter ships would probably be anytime. Look at that tiny angry. Oh, okay. Sorry, this is just this angry bucket of flag here in front of this defender. Just like, rah! I have 4 or 6 PDCs, so much flag. Anyway, where were we? Right. Putting it in. So if you don't mind the fact that it's going to be moving as slow as an Artemis, and you don't want to put the points for an Artemis, the Defender is an excellent option. For just like an Adamant, basically half the points of an Artemis, you're still going to get 1 squadron. You're going to get a decent bit of firepower if it's in range. Remember, the Defender is shorter ranged. Which not super ideal. Adamants with their light guns kind of want to sit on the edge of range. Berserks and Minotaurs both have range bonuses, so they both want to sit at long range as well. The Minotaur even has an accuracy bonus, so it's even better at sitting at the edge of its range, despite the fact that it's got those heavy guns. So, that's kind of up to you.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah. I would say it's worth doing.
Yes, Commander.
If you don't have the points for that Artemis, if you have the points for the Artemis is going to get you a lot more bang power. So yeah, that it depends. It depends on whether you've got the points. If you've got the points for an Artemis, go for an Artemis. If you don't, definitely go ahead and grab a Defender. In some of my tournament matches, I had 2 Atlas, a Jupiter, a Minotaur, and 2 Berserks. Though the Defender would slow the Minotaur Berserk stack a bit, would the flat cover be worth the reduced speed and potential boost of Minotaur guns? I could let me think. For that fleet, so in that situation, the only thing I could really swap out would be like one of the berserks for a defender. Um, there's a lot of meta going on with that fleet. Um, a lot of what made that work was having a good feel of what my opponent was probably going to bring. Um, there's not a lot of anti-missile defense in that fleet. You know, it's basically off the squadrons and the Jupiter's flag, which, you know, if I'd been, say, if he'd run Waggle's tournament fleet, that would have been pretty thin. Um, you know, if I'd swapped the ARPs out for sweepers, it would have been okay. Um, sorry, quick yawn there. But that was largely a case of I know he's going to rush in on me. Bringing the Minotaur gives me some extra guns, and the Minotaur and the Berserk have the mobility to keep that range open and make use of their extended range. So, in the case of that tournament match, I would not have wanted a defender for that fleet. It was very much reliant upon the speed achieved, which I wouldn't have gotten by adding a defender in. Where I might do a defender with the lighter ships would be like a defender and 2 berserks might work. Artemis, not, you know, a lot of things will catch up to you, but the extra, the flag protection and 2 berserks is, you know, a pretty scary amount of guns to chase, especially with the defender boosting one of those berserks, making their guns just that little bit extra scary. I guess, you know what else you could do is you could do like 2 defenders and 2 berserks might be interesting. Boost their navigation. That might actually even make them a little bit faster than the berserks. And then once the enemy has cornered you, change them to boosting each other's fire control or to boosting the berserk's fire control. Yeah, that might work. Defenders sporting, I think it's... Well, here, I can... We can just go look. But I think it's 4 medium guns, yeah. 4 medium guns, that's only... what, 1 less than the Berserk. So, you know, if he wants to close in on 18 medium guns, let him. You know, it's only a penalty to your range, not to your accuracy. So that could probably work. That would let each defender only have to provide flak for 1 berserk. Yeah, I think I like that idea. That would probably work out pretty well. You can let, you know, either stack them perfectly or let the berserks be in a separate stack right behind the defenders. That gives you a decently fast way to deploy squadrons. I'm going to go back to auto-camming this. So I think, yeah, I'd say you've probably got a strong position for, you know, 1 defender and a couple of berserks. or a pair of defenders and a pair of berserks. You could also do something like a defender and a pair of minotaurs. Because obviously, you're not getting a lot of the missiles on the Artemis if you've got your fighters provided by Atlases in the back. It could even be interesting to set up, a defender sitting in the back with some Atlas, and then another defender up front with your Minotaurs, and have the defender that's in the back boost the navigation of the defender in the front. That way you can get the full speed of the Minotaurs, and then let the defender up front with the Minotaurs boost the fighter control on one of the Minotaurs. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you could do a defender. It's definitely playable. Definitely playable. And I didn't get to really look at the Heracles blapping out both PDC sets. I want to bring the camera back up to that. Oh, so many guns. Let's go back to this. Die, Nemesis. Blah 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 blah. All that Battlestar artillery missing. Size 2 targets. Okay. Bit of some lazy flak there on my part. Like that Artemis I should have been able to save. Gotta love that self flak letting you engage. Just any old thing. Blap, 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 blap. Blap, 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 blap. I love that muzzle flash in the shadow there. It's beautiful. That's the shot. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. Someone who does GIFs should make a GIF of that turn there. Let's see. Go back. Go back. And hide. I love the debris in the background. Oh, this is just blap, 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 blap. Actually, what I should do is I should just highlight this and throw a highlight up on Twitch. That's what I should do. All right. Anyway, so yeah, we'll pencil out some fleets here. Yeah, I've got about an hour before I need to wrap up. We've got some time, so we'll. We're gonna drop this, and this. Say you've got another defender and a couple of minotaurs now. Once you throw in 2 minotaurs, you've got quite a bit of gun power, so they're really going to want to be up front. And we're going to situate ourselves kind of almost danger close here. Whoop, no. I grabbed the wrong ship. That's fine. And probably you'll want to have this moved up anyway. Since you're playing aggressively, you may well end up wanting the extra guns from your Atlas, so having them nearby gonna be a good idea. these around. So let's see. That's going there. And right in there. And we've still got, what is that, a couple thousand points? So that sounds to me like probably another Atlas. Get a little more fighter presence on the board for as cheap as possible. And this puts us at 8 Viper 2s now. We've got flak for everyone, and we're playing pretty aggressively, so I'm not going to worry about bringing in any sweepers. We've still got almost 700. Oh, but we're at our 7. Well, okay, so... that's this one. I guess a Minerva? That just feels weird. How do I feel about this fleet? Let's see. Armor piercers are 40, so you could do armor piercers there. Proximity mine's still 60. EMP mine's 60. Probably not much need for a debris mine here, though. Yeah, I guess armor piercers. How do I feel about this mix of ships? How do I feel about this? Lots of guns. Yeah, I mean, this would probably... You could probably make this work. You're pretty heavy on the guns, so you'd probably want to play this pretty aggressively. But you definitely have, you know, with 2, 4, 6, 8 Viper 2s, you know, you've got enough to defend yourself. I could see swapping the ARPs out for sweepers, especially if you want to like get torpedoes or something on the Minerva. I would not use this positioning. I mean, I guess this positioning could work, but this is a beautiful screenshot. They're all beautiful screenshots. I think like all of my campaigns are saved like at the oh, this one might not be saved in the middle of a battle. Well, not in the middle of the battle. Okay, so if I load up the blueprints, Mana Core Minotaur. So Minotaur's speed is 130. So yeah, you could pretty handily boost a defender to be the same speed. Probably even a little bit faster, really. Defenders boosting could probably keep up with it, a ranger, so you could probably have an effective escort there. Obviously, defender doesn't even need to have its speed boosted to keep up with a Janus, so it does make a decent escort for a Janus if you wanted that. The munition reload is 4 turns. Okay, that's what I thought. Someone was saying that the Janus the other day had a reload rate the same as like the Colonial Standard, and I was like, does it? I thought it was the same as Manticores and Adamants. It is the same. Because I thought the Ranger had just barely a higher damage per turn out of its munitions. the Janus closes the gap a lot with its bonus salvo size, um, but not quite all the way. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think. 115, yeah. Yeah, so if you have two defenders that they can buff, one can buff the other's navigation. They'll handily escort berserks, not so much adamants. Um, I mean, I guess berserks aren't that much slower than adamants, so you could still do it. But I think you're losing something there. Obviously, they'll nicely escort rangers. They'll nicely escort minotaurs. You don't even need two to escort a Janus. Um, and honestly, having a defender one defender escorting a ranger, you're not losing a lot of speed. So there's a strong argument for only using one defender to escort a ranger as well. Or I guess minotaurs are actually even slower than rangers. So yeah, defenders escorting rangers, Janus, minotaur, all solid options. I'd probably want two if I was going to have them escort a berserk. So if we go back out to the main menu, let's try that against the AI here. And with that, we'll just do a 4K game here. Refinery is fine. Whoops, I want modify fleets first. We'll tweak this one. So we're gonna do 4K. We're gonna say, where is it? Berserk, and Berserk, and Defender, and Defender. Everybody gets Viper 2s. This is actually a reasonably scary 4K carrier fleet. We've got like 950 points here. What do we throw in? You know what? What do you think? Ranger or Minotaur? Both sound good. I think we'll go with the Minotaur. We're wasting a few more points, but I always feel kind of silly bringing along 2 munition slots. So we're gonna set Minotaur in the middle of, well, here. We're gonna build bottom up. Okay. There. And then here. And then here. And then this. You really shouldn't build your ships this close to each other in PvP. You should leave yourself a little more space. But since I'm just doing a skirmish, we can kind of cheese out our spacing and just go ridiculously close. Okay, that makes me nervous just looking at it. We're gonna we're gonna give this a little more space here. There we go. Okay, a little more spacing. Alright. Save that. And then go back. We'll bring this. And I think we're going to run this against Celine Dion. 4K burger stack, that's right. This is the big back of colonial fleets. Oh man. All right.
Launching fighters.
The launch squadrons. Throw that up. We are going to reinforce nav
Deploying Marines.
on each other to start out. These guys don't turn super well. I can kind of cheat since I know I'm going against 4 Arachne, so I'm just gonna go diving.
We're going to make them pay.
Got it.
So yeah, the Minotaur just became our slowest ship. It's actually slower than the Berserks and the Defenders. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. So boosted Defender almost keeps up with a Berserk. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That looks just so ridiculous too. Like, look at that. Oh god. Alright. So squadrons are going to engage hostile squadrons. Alright, you guys are going to throw flak right. And flak right, the whole stack. It's going to go full offense now. He's definitely in range.
I'm on it, Commander.
I guess I should actually be climbing here because the Berserk's medium guns are on the bottom, not on the sides. It has PDCs on the sides. We are just gonna melt these Arachnes though. That is a nice looking flag wall though. Look at that flag wall. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
Berserk is taking damage.
Yeah, that's not too surprising. I do want to, let's look and see how big the bubble actually is. Notice that actually works out pretty well. As you're above the target, that actually situates pretty well. You do have a bit of a gap here at the nose of the and tail of the Minotaur in the middle. But I actually like that. That's pretty slick. Definitely, just because of how soft Berserks still are, you're gonna want to do your best to keep that range open. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother moving that Berserk out. Actually, especially because, while keeping the guns alive is nice, you don't actually need that hanger slot.
Berserk is taking damage.
And I mean, I just traded a Berserk for an Arachne. He's got those munitions coming in. Oh, that Berserk is gonna die. So yeah, this is kind of what I was saying earlier with the Atlas and the Defender. You don't have a lot of leeway. Like, it's basically only on plane protection. So you can see he's kind of getting hit here. So you're probably going to want to go with a double stack and shoot over the shoulder underneath the defenders.
Yes, Commander.
God, this is... Allow me to move through the asteroid field with the stack. The boosted defender... Oh, doop, 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 doop. Max distance is 118, so an extra 18% over 120. So that's 130, 140. Just shy of 140. It's like 0.2 meters a second shy of 140. You know, very respectable.
Berserk is taking damage. Friendly squadron is dark.
Blah 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 blah.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, we're so close to these rocks. Bye, Berserk. You served bravely.
Lost to Berserk, sir.
But I mean, I'm trading one Berserk for 2 Arachnes. Like, I'm okay with that. Oh, let's not... What is that hitting? Oh, it's hitting this rock that we just avoided last turn.
Yes, Commander.
Oh no, can we not avoid that rock? That would be sad. I'm gonna be sad, guys. Alright, let's see if we can do it like this. Guys, I think we're gonna power slide into a rock. Yeah, we're totally gonna power slide into a rock. Please hold while skill is located.
So say we all.
Yep, we're doing it. We're power sliding into a rock. There's nothing to be done. Okay, well, rip that ship. And I mean, it's not like I didn't look at it last turn there, so that's really kind of my own fault.
So say we all.
Yep, I know. Collision detected. Crunch.
Berserk is taking damage.
So this would have gone much better had I been paying attention there. Oh, that just took... I should have pulled back the technical support because we just lost our technical support. What is the Berserk running into now? Oh, this rock. So many rocks, guys.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. We actually want to do more like that anyway.
Berserk is taking damage.
If only I could blast small rocks. That's right.
Berserk is taking damage.
Bye, Berserk. That's fine. I think the
Got it.
Defender and Minotaur can get this pretty handily. Even without me really like microing my squadrons. There we go.
I'm on it, Commander.
That flak caught like 2 missiles. Oh, but we just cleaned that up. Minotaurs are great. I love them. All right. So I could pretty much beat up on the AI all day and not really get a challenge out of regular skirmishes and stuff. And I know pretty much everyone's already been showing off the campaign. I don't really want to show that off. We've been going for a couple hours here, so I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap it up. I look forward to doing multiplayer with you guys next week, just the wider world and not the few other people who have gotten press passes to show this off. So that'll be awesome. And let me think here. The Slytherin stream will probably do something for the release of the DLC, so I would keep an eye out for that. I would expect it either the day of release or sometime like the day after, very shortly after. I would expect something for the release of the DLC. I think I looked earlier and they haven't yet announced anything. I don't think. Let me check real quick here. So that there we go. Okay, so on their Twitch page, they don't have anything going past today. See if they have anything posted on Facebook. No events. Okay, it doesn't look like they have anything showing, but I would expect there to be something. I would be surprised. Oh, these are past events. Upcoming events? They don't have any upcoming events, it shows. Alright, so yep. I will see you guys next weekend. I probably shouldn't have closed the game quite out. I'll see you guys next weekend. Hopefully we get to enjoy some release day stream stuff. Talk to you guys later. Sergeant Z-Dog signing off.